As a diabetes doctor, JJ Spaun winning the US Open with type 1 diabetes is arguably one of the hardest sporting achievements you can do with this condition. This is him sinking his birdie putt to officially seal the tournament win. And on top of that, he was actually up at 3 a.m. the night before because his daughter was sick. Why golf over, say, football, hockey, or baseball? Not to take anything away from any of these athletes, because winning a championship in any sport with type 1 diabetes is insane. But here's my argument for golf. First off, it's an individual sport, so you're all alone out there. Number two, the tournament lasts 4 days. And of course, every other sport has playoffs that span a long period of time. But a golf major is essentially 4 days back to back to back, Thursday to Sunday, where every stroke and muscle twitch matters. And so much of golf is mental, so a lot of winning a major is actually handling the nerves and the emotions of day by day climbing up the leaderboard or having the lead and going into that final day. That's why so many players choke and crash out on the final day or the final hole. Now layer on top of that 4 days of managing your blood sugar with type 1 diabetes, knowing that going too high or too low can drain your energy, change your vision, make you sweaty and shaky. All this among the heat, the stress, the physical activity, the eating, the sleeping, all of that. I actually had a professional golfer patient tell me that he was on the way to winning a tournament that would have gotten him a PGA Tour card, but was derailed by a bad low blood sugar episode at the 11th hour. Spaun's story with diabetes is pretty fascinating. From 2017 to 2021, he actually lost 40 pounds and his golf performance was just taking a serious hit, to the point where he even lost his PGA Tour card. During that time, he was initially told that he had type 2 diabetes, only to find out 2 years after that he actually had type 1 diabetes. With a proper diagnosis and a new treatment plan, he regained a lot of that weight, and the PGA Tour also allowed him to wear a continuous glucose monitor, which he now considers part of his golf bag. If you're curious like me, as of 2022, he wears a Freestyle Libre CGM, and that same article also seems to suggest that he might use Afrezza inhaled insulin as a part of his diabetes management, which actually makes some sense because Afrezza low-key does pretty well lowering blood sugar without lowering it too much because it works fast and clears fast. Spaun's story is such an inspiration because he was knocked down but not out by diabetes, and his story sheds light on having the right tools for managing the right type of diabetes.